I'm your host, James Yoder. You are watching the initial college football top 25, the college football playoff top 25 rankings here on a Tuesday night. We are going to reveal them to you live, and then I'll put this cut up on the channel later on tonight, November 1st, 2022. Your top 5 ranked, hopefully, Wolverines will take on Rutgers on Saturday night. We are going to start throwing them up on the screen. Jack, when we have them, you let me know, and then we'll start diving into them. 25 through 21 was just announced, but you know what? It flew past my screen. There we go, right there. Number 25 is UCF. Number 24, we told you they would be ranked. Texas in the official college football playoff rankings. They're no longer the mock. These are the official ones. Oregon State, NC State, and Wake Forest. At number 20, which we'll put up on screen in a second, is Syracuse, followed by Tulane. Good year for them at 7-1. Oklahoma State, North Carolina, which I think is one of the weakest one-loss top 17 ranked teams I've ever seen in the history of college football. They give up 60-plus to App State. They've had a number of near losses. They've got 5 games they've won in one-score games, so give them some credit for that. They did, of course, lose to Notre Dame. And then the Fighting Illini, the potential Big Ten West champions there, are number 16. All right, we are going to now dive into the top 15 of the rankings. Penn State, Utah, Kansas State, and then UCLA and Ole Miss. That rounds out 25 through 11. But let me know while we're kind of diving in, getting these up on the screen, who's your favorite Michigan football player of all time? Let me know down in the comments. 15 through 11, one more time for you guys. Penn State, Utah, Kansas State, UCLA, and Ole Miss is the top 25 down through 11. We have a quick pause here while we're waiting for the committee to hand us the top 10 in the initial college football rankings. Let's just go to them as they come on, Jack. We can kind of circle back to the rest of the show afterwards. We've got the top 10 coming in, and it is LSU. A 2-loss LSU jumps into the top 10. Now, I feel like this is SEC bias right here. I think they're trying to give Alabama another big-time win. So LSU there at number 10. Look, that's just kind of ridiculous. They lost to Florida State in the opener. They lost to Tennessee, which is okay right there, but then had a big top 10 win against Ole Miss this past weekend. So we'll see what they do against Alabama coming up here on Saturday. That game is 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 local time there as they take on the Crimson Tide, and one of the great rivalries in college football over the past 10, 15 years. Number 9, USC. The Trojans are your number 9 ranked team in the college football playoff initial top 25 rankings. Turnaround for them. It's been a decent turnaround. They took basically Oklahoma's entire roster and brought them over to USC in a lot of ways. And this was a bad team last year. What were they, 4-8 in 2021? So for them to be 7-1, look great on offense so far. But they did have that loss to Utah, last-minute loss, and they are your number 9 team. Number 8 in the college football top 25 initial rankings for the playoff is the Oregon Ducks. What a turnaround for Oregon as we kind of bring up the play sheet for the Ducks as we're waiting for number 7. Lost 49-3 in the opener, but then they've rolled off 7 wins in a row, including a 45-30 win over UCLA. Number 7, TCU, the Horned Frogs. I've got a problem with this one, right? They are your number 7 team. I think they're getting hosed here with being number 7. And this is this TCU team that has been hosed in the past. Remember 2014, them and Baylor were ranked inside the top 4. One, shared the conference title back when they didn't have a game for a couple years, when they have a conference championship game in the Big 12. And then Ohio State beat Wisconsin 59-0 and then jumped over top of them into the number 4 spot for the initial college football playoff rankings. We will reveal the top 6 teams in a moment, but I did want to remind you guys of today's presenting sponsor, and that is Established Titles. You can become a Scottish Lord today, establishedtitles.com/chat. This makes an amazing last-minute gift. Established Titles is actually running, folks, a massive sale right now if you use the promo code CHAT, establishedtitles.com/chat. Get a plot of land next to me, become a Scottish Lord. You get a certificate like this. Your plot of land, it's a 1-by-1 piece of land that will be in Scotland. This is actual footage of where my plot is, so you guys can be next to me with Established Titles. Go ahead and get a great holiday gift. become a lord, become a lady. Buy it for the parents in your life. Buy it for the lady in your life. Hell, buy it for the guy in your life. Established Titles is a fun and novel way to preserve the natural woodlands of Scotland, and it makes an amazing holiday gift. I just received mine today, folks. Take a look at this. Take a look at that bad boy. The guy, James Yoder, bring as close as we can. Lord James Yoder. I can put this on my passport, and I can go to Scotland and say, look, I'm part of the aristocracy. EstablishedTitles.com/chat. Save an extra 10%. Jack, somebody from your family bought one today, right? Downey's family bought one today. Make sure you guys buy one. Be a part of the aristocracy with Established Titles. EstablishedTitles.com/chat. Get 10% off this holiday season. All right, let's take a look as we're getting the rankings here. The top 6 of the college football playoff rankings, and number 6 is Alabama. So they're getting a lot of credit for almost beating Tennessee, but this Alabama team could have 3 losses right now. Texas early on, they had to have a miracle comeback to win that one. Texas A&M went for 2 to get the win a few weeks back, didn't get it. One of the worst 2-point play calls in history. Alabama could have 3 losses. They lost to Tennessee. They take on number 11 LSU is where they were. Number 11 LSU coming up on Saturday at home. You'll see that one on ESPN. 10 LSU, I should that number 11. So waiting for number 5. This is what's going to get hairy. Is it going to be Michigan number 5? Is it going to be Clemson? Is it going to be Ohio State? We will find out momentarily. The committee representative is standing outside the door with these big, wildly big envelopes that they hand to Jack. And we've just got it. Jack said, number 5, absolute shambles. It is the Michigan Wolverines. They just get completely disrespected by the committee. That's preposterous, right, Jack? That's preposterous. That's ridiculous. Let's get to that question though. As we're waiting on the top 4 here, let's go. I want to hear what people's reactions are to this ranking. Let me know what your one-word reaction is to Michigan being ranked number 5 as we're waiting the top 4 in the college football playoff official top 25 rankings. I got a bullshit from Walter. I got a what the F from Jack Power. I got haters, man, from Manuel Riggins. Look, the crew coming in. Boo! Don't kick anything over. Boo! Boo! This guy's got a Florida shirt on.
What a joke. What a joke.
I appreciate it. The crew coming in, showing that they feel that this is an absolute joke. I'm going to say it's F the committee that Michael Long said. It's a joke, F the committee. But let me know your one-word reaction as we get number 4 here. Let's go back to the bracket for Jack, producer Jack. Number 4 is the Clemson Tigers. So what does Clemson have? What does Clemson have that Michigan doesn't have? I'd like to know here. What does Clemson have that would give them the number 4 rankings? Because we know the top 2 is going to be Tennessee and Georgia. We know that they can't resist a 1-2 game of the century matchup coming up on Saturday in Athens at Sanford Stadium, the home of the Georgia Bulldogs. We know they're going to be number 2. But what does Clemson show that Michigan doesn't have? Now, if Michigan wins out, it's not going to matter. But I truly believe the best 4 teams in college football are Georgia, Tennessee, I actually think Georgia, Alabama, Michigan, and Ohio State. Now, Tennessee proved us wrong a little bit, but I think 2 SEC teams are getting in. I want Michigan or another team. Wow, actually, as we're getting the number 3 coming in here, another kind of a surprise, another shocker coming in. The Georgia Bulldogs are number 3. So the committee resists what I think every urge in their body had to be telling them to do, which is rank Georgia number 2, Tennessee number 1, or some version of that. Your top 6 coming in: Alabama number 6, Michigan 5, Clemson 4, Georgia at number 3. So I don't know. I guess I would have given them plenty of credit, the committee, if they would have just stuck to the guns and gone 1-2 Tennessee, Georgia, because it makes for a better storyline. But nevertheless, they did not stick to that guns. And as we wait the number 2, let's ask you guys this question. Of these top 25 teams, who is the most overrated? As I just got my ear, we have number 2, so we can go back to the bracket here in a second. Number 2 team is Ohio State, and that means the number 1 team in the college football rankings, top 25, is the Tennessee Volunteers. They will travel on the road on Saturday to number 3, Georgia. Your top 6, Tennessee, Ohio State, Georgia, Clemson, Michigan, and Alabama. So that is the top 25. Michigan ranked number 5 in the initial CFP. Let's go back to the one-word reaction if we can, Jack. I want to give a few shout-outs. Let's see what the people think on this one. Let me know what you guys think. Your one-word reaction to Michigan's initial ranking, number 5 in the college football playoff initial top 25, ranked below Clemson, clearly ranked below Georgia and Tennessee. We knew that was going to happen. Thought there was an outside chance they could be ranked against ahead of Ohio State, but it did not happen. Let me know what you guys think. Light up the live chat. We're going to be putting this on the channel later as well as an on-demand cut. We're getting temporary, aft, terrible, same as last year from CJ Wolverine. That is true as well. So let's take a look at the top 25 one more time to roll through you guys if you didn't see it yet. UCF, Texas, Oregon State, NC State, and Wake Forest are 21 through 25. Then you've got Syracuse, Tulane, Oklahoma State, who got crushed this past week, and North Carolina and Illinois. Illinois is at number 16. Keeping the Big Ten theme, number 15, Penn State with 2 losses to Ohio State, and Michigan with a win over Minnesota in between there. Utah, Kansas State, UCLA, and Ole Miss. The SECs, they're just getting overranked at all times, right? Ole Miss is higher than the AP ranking. LSU is way higher than their AP ranking. You have USC at number 9, Oregon at number 8, and then what is TCU? What do they have to do to get ranked above Alabama, right? What's Alabama's best thing they've done this year? They've lost a close game to now number 1 Tennessee, almost lost to 2 Texas schools, A&M, and the Longhorns. I think Texas or Alabama being at number 6 is an absolute sham. But they are your top 6. Alabama, Michigan at number 5, complete shambles, completely ridiculous, but nevertheless, it is what it is. And you've got Clemson, Georgia, Ohio State at number 2, and then Tennessee is ranked at number 1. Let me know what your college football playoff committee rankings grade is. Give me an A, B, C, D, or F. Let me know down in the comments and here on the live chat. Give me an A, B, C, D, or F. I'll give a few shout-outs here. Then we're going to cut this and clip it and put it on the channel here in a few minutes. So if you watch it later, thank you so much. Make sure you watch the live show next time. Got a ton of Fs coming through. Keep them rolling on the live chat. And if you're watching later on here on Tuesday night, A, B, C, D, or F. Grade the college football playoff rankings, or college football playoff committee's initial rankings.